Hello, Delmarva. I'm Greg Kellis from A Wizard of Paws here at WBOC's historic Studio D. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 4th. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hoppa. Thanks for watching Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of folk.
We do have a bunch of folk.
We even got a four-legged folk. Want to say good afternoon and thank you for joining us to our studio audience. Give yourself a round of applause there. Guys are up. Every day we ask if we have a whistler who can do a big. We didn't have a whistler.
We didn't have a whistler today. Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's all I got. Sorry.
So,
I can't believe how warm it is.
I know.
Today.
I know.
It smelled like rain when I walked out of the house this morning.
You know, it's spring. It's the roller coaster. One day
Yeah.
you're wearing the heavy coat, next day you're not, and you know, it's just what we deal with. But I like that because that means we have seasons here. You know.
That's true.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
think
same all
that's
the
a
way
good thing. So.
Couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Would not be nice. I noticed that, did Bob cut the grass or something?
Oh yeah, he was. Jimmy was noticing the bottom of my shoes had grass on them. No, actually, Ethan cut the grass yesterday, but my dog decided to take his food dish and put it in the corner of the backyard.
In the corner?
In the corner of the backyard. That's his new way of getting my attention, to try to get me to go out and play ball with him. So,
Mom, you got to go over there and get it now.
Before work this morning, I was traipsing through the yard looking for his dog dish.
And he was saying, come on, Mom, let's play.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
I didn't have time to play. Hey, our hot topics today. That is not a hot topic,
Yeah,
but
it is.
I want you to remember this name, Hunter Graves. Hunter Graves,
Okay.
because he is a senior at Cape Henlopen High School. There he is.
Okay.
He is also an actor, and he is also a future student of Julliard.
Really?
School for Acting, that's right. The Cape Henlopen High senior was actually went up to Julliard School and auditioned to get a spot. He was among 140 other young actors, and he made it. He was one of the very few who made it. So,
Everybody wants to get into Julliard, so that's a big deal.
that's a huge deal. So congratulations,
That's
Hunter
awesome.
Graves.
Wow.
I tell ya, we'll be reading that name in the
In Variety, and
yeah,
I knew him.
I remember when he went to Cape Henlopen High School. So very good.
That's awesome. We've been making a really big deal about Allegiant Airlines flying into Salisbury, Ocean City, Wicomico Regional Airport. Did I get that right?
You got that right.
Huge jets. There are people still lining up on the roads to watch them
They
take off and
are.
land.
On Thursdays and Sundays, whenever the jet takes off, people are along Airport Road and Walston Switch and all that.
Yeah.
They like to watch
Just
it.
to watch. Just to watch. Just got news. They're starting today, I guess.
Yeah, starting today.
If you've got luggage that you're taking on, that's great. If it's going to be a carry-on, you're going to have to pop them a $35 bill just to be able to carry it on with you.
Well, some carry on. You can take like a purse or a laptop.
Yeah.
Anything that fits under the seat in front of you is free. But if you want to put an additional bag up in the overhead compartment, it's going to cost you money. It'll cost you $35 if you do not prepay or pre-purchase.
Oh, okay.
So when you go online to buy a ticket from
Right.
Allegiant, you can go ahead and hit the button and prepay for what they call a carry-on fee, and it'll only cost you, I believe, $12 or $13.
Okay.
But if you don't do that, if you don't prepay for that carry-on fee,
Yeah.
then you will pay $35. So
If you already bought your ticket, then
if you
you're
already
good.
bought your ticket, don't worry about it. I mean,
Okay.
before today. But in the future, if you're planning on flying Allegiant, just make sure you pay close attention to the website when you go on there and buy
Right.
your ticket, and also go ahead and pay your fee for that second piece of
right.
carry-on, because
To
you'll
save the money.
save a lot of money.
Yeah, and then everybody will be sitting on Walston Switch watching you take off.
Watching you take off to Florida.
I saw this in the Daily Times this morning. I thought this was absolutely fascinating. I'd never heard of this before. Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore encouraging organizations to submit for funding for programs for projects that may qualify for grants from the Women's Fund. They've got a philanthropic fund that is just for this, the Community Foundation's Women Fund grants. Take a look at these. We got some details here for you. Anywhere from $500 to $5,000. Now, the grant deadline is going to be May 1st, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So what you need to do is go to, and we go ahead and give you this information because we realize that some people don't have computers at home. If you go to their website at cfes.org/Women's Fund, obviously no spaces in there anywhere, or you can call Erica Joseph at 410-742-9911. The reason for it is to help out women and their projects who maybe having a hard time paying for the project. So it's a philanthropic fund, and there's the information to find out more about that and get some cash. It'd be a good thing to do.
Community Foundation, what a great group here on the Eastern Shore.
Wonderful thing to do. Who here has been standing somewhere and you hear this beep, beep, beep? Have you ever heard that? Yes?
They think they've heard it.
I want to see if somebody will shout this out real loud. What does that mean? Anybody? Backing up. Somebody backing up. Dover, up in Dover, they're talking about trying to make it a law now so that anybody, I think over 26,000 pounds, commercial vehicles.
Vehicle over 26,000 pounds.
Vehicle, any vehicle has a backup warning system that beeps at you, lets you know they're backing up.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that ought to be on every vehicle anyway.
Yeah, why not?
It gets my attention.
But do you think it would become like one of those things that you tune out if every
Like a car
car had
alarm?
one? Yeah, exactly. When you hear a car alarm going off, do you go and make sure someone's car isn't getting broken into?
I still look, but most people don't.
No, it's just like oh, somebody's car alarm's
Now,
going
when I hear
off.
somebody backing up, I look.
Yeah.
I'm always walking through parking lots looking for the little reverse lights coming on because I know they probably don't see even me.
Yeah.
Which is hard to
Well, I
believe.
don't know about that. Let's not get crazy here,
Right, well,
Jimmy.
I-
You know they see you.
Saying, no, I don't. Maybe they're just aiming for me. Maybe
Aiming
that's
for
what
you.
it is.
You said what I was thinking.
Thank you.
Anyway, hey, we were talking about being outside with the dog and everything. I
yeah?
unfortunately was outside with mine, trying to find his dish. Well, get ready for the ticks. We've talked about this before. It looks like it's going to be a bad summer for all its pesky little ticks and everything.
And not just because of the weather.
Not because of the weather.
We've been saying, of course, because it hasn't been getting cold and didn't freeze off and kill all these little boogers. But now this one guy has been doing research over the last 20 years and paying attention to this one thing. I think he called it the mouse acorn tick dynamic. What that means is there's this, this is a little white-footed field mouse. Everybody's seen this. But particularly in the Northeast, the trees here that spit out the acorns, that the mice,
what?
The acorns.
You mean acorns?
That's why I said acorns.
Acorns.
That's why I said acorns. That the mice eat. There haven't been as many of those things that she said, so there's not as many mice. And the white-footed field mouse is what the black-legged tick usually sucks its blood off of.
Oh my.
So with fewer mice, guess where they're looking now for their food? That's going to be me and you and the dogs outside.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, I thought it was fascinating. It's because the little
I think it's
mouse
fascinating.
that doesn't eat the acorns.
I think it's fascinating you call them acorns.
Acorns.
Acorns. Where are you from?
They usually find them under turbines. You know the big windmills, the wind turbines?
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, have you seen the video coming out of Texas? A tornado yesterday outside of Dallas. Amazing.
Take a look
at that.
Can you? I hope we can rerun this video. I don't know if you look really, really closely there are two dark shadows that go up and down. There's again there. Those aren't buildings.
No. Yeah. Look
There,
at that.
see
Look at
that?
that. You can see what it is.
That's a tractor trailer.
Unbelievable.
It doesn't have the truck part attached to it, but there's another one. Take a look at that. Anywhere from 6 to 12 tornadoes went through the Dallas-Fort Worth area. These pictures really, if you look closely and realize how big one of these tractor trailers is, compare it to the size of the building that's in the picture, you realize these things are 30, 40, 50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
That's how strong these tornadoes are.
Yeah.
Now look real close.
There you go. There it is.
See, two of them.
Two of them. I tell
That's
you what, you
amazing.
don't mess with those tornadoes.
No, those things are huge.
The good news is, and I believe no one was...
No fatalities.
No fatalities.
Had
so
some injuries,
there
but-
is some good news here. But praying for those people down in Texas this afternoon.
Absolutely astonishing.
I got a question. Has anybody ever done the White House tour before? Gone to the
haven't.
White
I want
House?
to.
I haven't. No? Nobody in our
Yeah.
audience has? Ever?
Well, Looks like you can.
You can now. Google is digitizing the interior of the first family's mansion. Now you can leisurely wander around the White House without being detained by the Secret Service. Yay! Google's virtual tour will follow the same route as the public walking tour you'd get if you actually visited the White House. I guess that's the camera that they're doing.
This is the same thing they use for when they do Google Street View. You know, you go on the maps and you go down. That's what they're using.
Yeah.
And going through the White House following the tour.
That's interesting. I'm going to try that.
I
wonder if you see, like, you know, Sasha or the dog or whatever. You know?
That would be fun. So I don't know when that's going to be available, but I think they're putting it together now, some kind of art project that we're putting together. So we have determined you did not win the lottery.
I did not win the lottery. Neither did you, but you didn't play.
Had you won the lottery, Lisa had picked out the car she was going to buy me.
Yep,
Did you guys see that yesterday?
Out. There
this is it. This is it.
That's I was going to get that for Jimmy.
The 2013 Shelby 1000 Stang.
Stang.
This is one hot car. You know, I never did tell you thank you for what you would have bought me had you actually won.
It's a thought that counts.
Well, anyway, while that is absolutely wonderful, we did happen to stumble across something that, while you thought, and thank you, I would look good in that Mustang, I think we found something that we think you would look good in.
Oh, really?
Okay, take a look at this. Yes. That is one of the hottest pair of shoes that you're going to find anywhere from the 2012 spring shoe collection from Prada.
Prada!
Look closely. You see the flames? Now, in that first shot, it was kind of hard to see, but there were actually taillights on that shoe. Heels inspired by classic American cars, adorned with spoilers, wings, lights, chrome, and of course flames.
And they're Prada.
So you know they're not going to be cheap.
No, but you would buy them for me.
I would buy those for you.
Oh, that's nice.
I would just love to see you rev up your shoes.
You just want to see
That'd
me
be awesome.
4 inches higher, closer
That would be
to
interesting
you.
too.
Hey, do we have any Beatles fans in here? Anybody like Beatles? How could you not like the Beatles? Yeah, loving the Beatles. Well, Sir Paul McCartney's son, James McCartney, is interested in starting a second-generation Beatles band with John Lennon's son, Sean, George Harrison's son, Donnie. That's James McCartney right there. Okay. Ringo Starr's son, Zach, and John Lennon's son, Sean. Did I get all of those in there? I think I did. Right. 3 of the guys, James, Sean, and Donnie, the first 3, they are interested in doing the second-generation band.
Okay, now all these guys, I'm sorry, just make sure I'm on the right page with you here. All of these guys are the sons of the Beatles.
Right,
okay.
right.
Original Beatles.
And the first 3 are interested in doing a Beatles second-generation band. The 4th guy, Zach Starkey, who is the son of Ringo Starr, says, I'm really not interested. So it doesn't.
Beatles.
The Beatles, yeah. And they would call it the Beatles second generation. The next generation.
Next generation. Oh, that would be cool.
I think it would be kind of cool.
That would be.
And what's interesting is all these guys are already accomplished artists. Let's see, McCartney has played guitar on 2 of his father's albums. Starkey has drummed for the likes of The Who and Oasis.
Wow.
Harrison is the front man of the New No 2, never heard of them, and Lennon is a successful singer-songwriter in New York. So it would probably be a pretty good band.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like for that to happen.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
They'll drag it out. They'll do it.
All right, well, a little bit later on Delmarva Life, tired of paying hundreds of dollars to get your dog groomed? Wizard of Paws is here with a solution.
And it's time to think spring. Brian Spiros is going to take us on a tour of Jeff's greenhouses in Bethel. That's not far from where I live.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the selection they've got there. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future, and Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897.